From KGW, this is The Good Stuff.
I feel like I'm going to get distracted by all the new stuff, though.
It's amazing. It's stunning. Please be distracted. Enjoy.
It is a whole new world at the Portland International Airport starting tomorrow. Anyone flying out will first walk through a brand new terminal complete with cool features like a timber roof and a massive video wall. Thank you for joining us for The Good Stuff. I'm Christine Pitawanich. Before the big day, PDX wanted to make sure things worked and passengers could find their way through the space. So our David Mulgo joined about 1,500 other people for a one-of-a-kind airport dress rehearsal.
I mean, who wants to go to the airport and not actually go anywhere? I guess we're going to find out today. Well, check out the line to check in. Just be really glad we don't have to catch a flight.
And you are actually like trying to test our systems. You're doing an agent counter check-in type, and we're not asking either of you to check bags, and you're going to go through general security. No TSA pre-check for you.
All right, so apparently my name is Quinn Heck. I'm flying Southwest. I don't get TSA pre-check today, and I got to see an agent. Good afternoon.
Welcome to PDX.
Thank you. All right, so here we go, from old to new. Wow. So I'm supposed to find Southwest Airlines, but all I want to do is stop and look around. This is amazing.
You're gonna treat this like it's your regular boarding pass. So make pretend like it is.
Okay.
You're gonna make your way to TSA on that side.
Okay.
And just show them this, okay?
I feel like I'm gonna get distracted by all the new stuff, though.
It's amazing. It's stunning. Please be distracted. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
'Cause this ain't Texas, ain't no holding. Lay your cards down, 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 down.
Oh, check out the new hangout spot. That's cool. All right, guys, so I ran into Dave here, who's actually a KGW viewer. Dave, what do you think of the new terminal?
This is absolutely fantastic. It is a great, just wonderful first impression of people coming into Portland. It's just absolutely phenomenal. It makes you feel very welcome walking in. But so far, in my opinion, everything's going very smooth.
So far, so good?
Yeah, so far, so good.
Awesome.
Everything in the tray. Sir, I can take you right over here. You have your shoes off, sir?
Shoes. All right, quick time check here. About 45 minutes from check-in through the security line. Might have missed the flight. Now we gotta find the carpet. All right, finally found it. Just one last thing to do.
Of course, he got that iconic photo with the carpet and the shoes. Again, that was David Mulco giving us a bit of a sneak peek. You can catch our live coverage of the terminal's opening starting at 5 a.m. on KGW News at sunrise. Then we will be live at the airport all day long tomorrow, giving you the latest on the long-awaited opening. Plus, we'll get a glimpse of how PDX has evolved over the years. And you know, if you don't have plans to fly in the near future, no worries. We've got a beautiful local vacation spot that you can check out. KGW's Grant McComey is wrapping up his series of summer getaways with a Lewis and Clark style adventure. Grant takes us on a paddle through an Oregon waterway to reach a protected 400-year-old forest along the lower Columbia River.
On a clear day, the view atop Bradley State Wayside to the Columbia River is astounding. While picnic tables invite a longer stay in this prime day-use site just off Highway 30, it's the river view that begs closer inspection.
Maiden voyage.
So give in and try something new with paddlers who gather to explore Columbia River backwater sloughs.
couldn't ask for better weather. We're going to run about maybe a mile upstream and cut into the Sitka Forest area. And then when we get all tired, we can float back down because it's going to be running out tides all the way till about 4 o'clock this afternoon, so it should be perfect for us.
Steve Gibbons says the lower Columbia River's nooks and crannies provide paddlers a wealth of waterways. Scores of islands separated by dozens of sloughs. But remember, if you come, safety starts with a life jacket.
It's a state law that you have to have one in the boat. It's the Scappoose Bay Kayaking and Smart Kayaker law that you wear it. All the time. There's a couple nice sloughs in there. We'll put us right in the thick of things.
Blind Slough is the thick of things, a Nature Conservancy preserve of over 800 acres of soggy swampland and no land access.
Big chunk of mud right there, you guys. Watch out.
So boating's the only way to get here, to take in a vast forest stand that dates to the 1600s. The giants that live here are called Sitka spruce.
There was a predominant tree that ran all the way up to Alaska. Gets to be about 2 to maybe 4 feet in diameter.
And there is no other place in Oregon like it, a fact not lost on the visitors.
I find it rejuvenating. It feels like I feel younger just getting out and...
Well, you are younger than these trees.
Well, much.
Young at heart. And it's not very far from home.
You know, it's so close to Portland, Astoria, and all points in between.
It's amazing, very interesting, because I learn things all the time, and you know, especially with my grandparents, you know, it's second home to me.
Totally awesome.
It is all of that and more, where nature's touch restores the soul.
I like the quietness. You can hear the wind blowing in the trees. You know, it's peaceful.
Along the Columbia River with photographer Jeff Kastner.
How peaceful.
Grant McComey, KGW.
As always, be sure to watch our half-hour program of Grant's Getaways airing Saturday and Sunday right here on KGW. I cannot even believe it. Can you believe that, yeah, more than half of summer is basically done? Well, we wanted to check in and see how your summer is going. We posted this question on our KGW social media today, asking you to share a picture of your favorite summer spot, and we got so many amazing photos. It looks like Amanda, right here in the photo, went up to Crown Point with her family, everyone with big smiles there, looking so happy. Beautiful blue skies there too. And how about this gorgeous golden hour shot from Tina Carlson? Tina says she took this one on Sauvie Island. Gorgeous. Also, take a look at this. John shared a picture of their private beach on the Columbia River. Lucky. Look at that close-up of Mount Hood. What a way to wake up every single day. Beautiful. And nope, we are not done. Take a look at this one. Don says Trillium Lake has the best summer sunrises. You know what, Don? Not going to disagree with you there. This looks like a straight-up painting. Beautiful. And last but not least, a view of the city from the Portland Japanese Garden. A perfect mix of nature, city vibes. I'm telling you what, the Pacific Northwest, hands down, the best place to live, right? Thanks again to everyone who shared their photos with us. And since we are talking about sharing, you can send in your photos and stories of good stuff happening in your community by texting the number right there on your screen, 503-226-5088. Or you can also email us at thegoodstuff@kgw.com. Look forward to hearing from you. Coming up on The Good Stuff. Our own Jana and Drew figuring out what to do as they take a trip to Ridgefield for some summertime thrills and to check out the local favorite hangout spots. But before we get to all that, a quick moment to take in the view from our Timberline Lodge Skycam. Look at that blue sky. We'll be right back. Welcome back. In case you missed it, this past weekend marked the end of the Clark County Fair, with all the fun and games set to return next summer. But not to worry, there is still plenty of stuff to do in the host town of Ridgefield. Here are Sunrise anchors China Green and Drew Carney in their latest installment of What to Do with China and Drew.
What to do with China and Drew. Whatever we do next, I want to be on solid ground.
Viewer Cindy Nolan said we should check out Ridgefield National Wildlife Refuge.
You can take a self-guided tour in your car, or in the summer months, you can get out and walk the trails.
This place is so pretty and just relaxing.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, now you're gonna buy me pizza for that.
Downtown Ridgefield is where we find bunnies.
A viewer named Laura suggested we check this place out. Handmade sourdough pizzas that look fantastic. Whew. I don't know if I can finish this. Should we get a box? Oh my gosh.
What?
Next stop, Copper Bell Bookshop.
That's a stretch.
Kirsten Marie said we should check out this place, where you'll find owners Paul and Debbie when you get here.
The Iliad. Impressive.
Oh yeah, thank you. Toadette lives in the Mushroom Kingdom. It's a classic independent bookstore that inspires great thinking.
And now I'm inspired to get some ice cream.
Actually, the #1 place suggested by our viewers for Ridgefield, 8 Cow Creamery.
8 cows represent the owner's 8 kids.
How's that raspberry sorbet?
They're so good.
I cannot wait to try my Cookie Monster.
What is that? Karma flavor? Thank you, Ridgefield!
Thank you for everything.
Oh, they have so much fun. So great. And hey, speaking of fun stuff, this past weekend marked the inaugural Best Day Ever Festival held at McMinimans Edgefield in Troutdale. Portland rapper Amine started that festival. His best known song is his 2017 hit Caroline. The event featured performances from rising Portland starts like Three-Way Hef, as well as Haitian producer Kate Trinata and others. The plan is to make it an annual festival. Still ahead on the good stuff, we are taking you to Washington's Puget Sound, where scientists have made a discovery. What they're trying to figure out about the new neighbors swimming in the waters there. When you think of animals in Washington's Puget Sound, you might think of maybe orcas, sea lions, salmon, but there's another animal catching researchers' attention. Sharks. Researchers found not one, but 2 different species of shark. Joe Ranieri has more on their discovery.
Orcas might be one of the main attractions to Puget Sound, but now there's a couple of sharks to watch out for.
And we're trying to understand how these sharks are fitting into those ecosystems.
Jessica Schulte is a graduate student with Oregon State University in the College of Agricultural Sciences. She and her team have been researching 2 species of sharks, the broad-nosed seven-gill and the soup-fin shark.
Both species are apex predators in their food webs, and that's one of the things that we're trying to research with these ongoing trips.
She says there are always rumors these sharks were in these waters, and they became something of an urban legend until
we had a recreational fisherman catch a shark in a place where nobody had ever documented that species, and this was the seven-gill. There had been some stories that maybe this species was down there, but never firm documentation.
That fisherman also caught a soup-fin shark in the spring of 2021 and posted it online.
He caught it off Walker's Beach, or Walker's Beach Park, right near Shelton in Hammersley Inlet. So deep South Puget Sound.
Those photos caught a lot of people's attention, including researchers with Oregon State University and NOAA, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. Now, over the last couple of years, they have been trying to learn more about them.
We're trying to look at where they're going and what they're eating and try and quantify that impact that they're having in Puget Sound.
So far, they've learned they're more commonly spotted in the summer months.
Estuaries on the coast are like seasonal foraging habitat. So when it's summer and there's a lot of like fish and a lot of biomass in these bays and estuaries, the sharks kind of move in and capitalize.
Now, as they carefully monitor them, they're hoping to determine what it is that's bringing them back every year. Joe Ranieri, KGW News.
Everyone here is just so free and like so authentically themselves.
When skateboarding was introduced to the competitive world stage during the Tokyo Olympics, the sport saw an explosion in popularity all over, including right here in Portland. I had a chance to catch up with a local nonprofit working to make skateboarding an inclusive and fun activity for everyone. Inside this building on the corner of Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard and Main in Southeast Portland is something you might not expect: an indoor park, where these skateboarders sport skills and style.
So this is a Nike SB warehouse that Skate Like a Girl is allowed to use for our weekly sessions. They're women and or trans sessions.
Selma Urbina with Skate Like a Girl says the nonprofit's mission is to offer a space for skateboarders who aren't the typical white men or boys.
Our space, what it does, it kind of exposes the community that all sorts of people are able to do this and to try it out, versus it just being this one category of people.
Urbina says there's a wait list to get in here. When she started back in 2018, things were different.
So maybe there was about 5 to 8 participants, and now here we have about at least 30 people in our lessons.
Urbina thinks a big reason for the boost: skateboarding debuting in 2021 at the 2020 Tokyo Olympics.
If you watch the Olympics now, if you watch just even competitive skateboarding now, you see women, you see trans skaters out there, which is crazy to think about, you know, and that's just kind of the new world of skateboarding. That was not there 10 years ago.
Natalie Zaz volunteers with Skate Like a Girl.
I think the community, most importantly, is the best part of it for me. Everyone here is just so free and like so authentically themselves.
And if the potential bumps and bruises scare you,
it freaks us all out. We are all scared of skateboarding, but at the end of the day, it comes to creating this relationship where you are intimate with your fears. You know, you don't let it stop you. It opens doors to how you navigate other fears in your life. So, you know, and we're here to support you. You're not alone.
So cool, right? So they've got workshops and sessions at various points throughout the year. Check out their website. Again, Skate Like a Girl in Portland. Well, that's all the time we've got tonight for the good stuff. As always, thank you so much for being here with us. We will leave you with this gorgeous view from our Newport Skycam over there on the coast. The bridge, the water, the blue sky. Love it. We'll see you right back here, same time, same place, tomorrow night. For now, have a great evening.